Hey there, book lovers. I'm Haley.
And I'm McCayleigh. Welcome to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist,
The official podcast for the Facebook group, All Things Book Related.
We're two besties who are here to share our love for unforgettable characters, unpredictable storylines, and the books we just can't put down.
From our all-time favorites to the latest releases, we're bringing you deep dives, hot takes, and maybe a little friendly disagreement.
So grab your favorite read and let's get ready for some bookish fun.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. We are so glad that you're here with us today. We've got a super fun episode planned for you guys.
That's right. Today we're throwing the rulebook out the window because this isn't just another episode. This is a bookish game show showdown.
We're talking trivia, lightning rounds, and brain-twisting challenges that will test how much we really remember from the books we claim to love.
Will there be chaos? Obviously. Will someone accidentally blank on a main character's name? Probably. Will it be hilarious? Always.
So whether you're listening in your car, folding laundry, or ignoring your TBR pile, we are inviting you to play along with us.
So buckle up. It's time for games and possibly some unhinged debates. This is Two Chicks and a Plot Twist, Bookish Game Show Edition. But before we kick things off, Haley, how have you been?
I have been good. It was just my birthday last week, so we just chilled at the house because that's what I wanted to do. But it was my birthday. I am getting closer to graduating. That's about it. I have been kind of boring, honestly. Nothing's really been going on. What about you?
Yeah, just like lots of planning. Today, I found a photographer for our trip to Scotland, so we're eloping in Scotland, and that's, you know that. Listeners don't know that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I've said on this podcast, but I finally found a photographer today, and that was like the last thing I needed, so maybe I can finally stop freaking out so much about every single detail all the time. Hopefully the stress goes away very soon, and we have bachelorette trip this weekend.
Yes.
We're very excited. It's gonna be so fun. So catch us on Instagram. I guess this will already have happened by then. So if you're listening now,
you should have seen it on our Instagram.
I've been following us and keeping up. So very excited for that. But aside from all of those things, I also think that's it. It's just consuming my life, and I can't imagine having a real wedding, like full on. Because just this alone is stressful. Like, I got the eye twitch.
Oh, no.
The daily eye twitch thing happening. The stress is real. I cannot imagine doing the real ceremony and appeasing 200 people at a wedding.
How do you know 200 people?
Who knows?
Oh my God.
Some people love those big weddings with extended family and everything. Oh,
That's crazy. No.
That is a lot of people to please, and that's what weddings turn into. You turn into a people pleaser, and you forget. Sometimes. If you don't, props to you. That's amazing. We're just having a small reception before we leave. And even then, I'm about to lose my head. So, anyways. What have you been reading, Haley?
I read all of the Hunger Games. So I read the original trilogy. I read Songbirds and Snakes, which I hadn't read before. And then I read the new one, which was Haymitch's Games, and it was Sunrise on the Reaping. I had a little brain fart there, but Sunrise on the Reaping, and Sunrise on the Reaping killed me, and that is now my favorite book I've read this year. If you haven't read the trilogy in a while, or the series in a while, check it out. Reading it as an adult is so much different than when I read it back in 7th or 8th grade. I just have a totally different view on it now, and it's just so good. So good.
I feel like you really flew through those books, because I feel like you just said you were going to start reading them.
I did.
I did, actually. Thanks for
They
noticing.
are really small. They're like 300 pages.
Dang,
I mean,
really?
Listening to an audiobook, if I listen to it on 2 times speed, it's like 4 hours or something. So, I mean, I can just do that in one day at work, so.
Wow.
It was easy, but Sunrise on the Reaping has ruined me emotionally. I will never look at certain animals a certain way. McCayleigh needs to read it. So we can talk about it. And they're showing all the cast members for the movie that's coming out next year. So we've seen a couple of people who are playing like Haymitch and Plutarch and all those fun characters. So it's interesting. I'm excited to see the movie.
The cast keeps popping up on my Instagram, so I'm like, oh, I do want to read it, but I'm like, when will I get to it? Hopefully sometime. I can't believe we read so many books last year. Like, we were in the 60s, or at least I was. I think you were too. You probably had more than me. But I was in the 60s last year, and right now
You're just so much busier this year.
I've
So,
read
I mean, it
10
makes
books
sense.
so far, and we are almost halfway through the year.
I wonder how many I've read. Pause,
Yeah.
because now I'm curious.
I might have just finished number 11. So,
What have you been reading?
well, I just finished Serpent and the Wings of the Night. That was a book I did not mean to start, but at the time I was busy and I didn't want to spend an Audible credit on something I wasn't sure I really wanted, but I didn't have time to think about it. So I was like, let me just start something for free, which was on Spotify.
I want to read that so bad.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Kind of into it. I want to start the next book, but I'm like, wait, I still have The Cruel Prince to finish, and From Blood and Ash,
Harry Potter,
all of these series. I cannot keep going, and I'm just gonna have to stop and pause. Cruel Prince, I've stopped.
That's been a while.
That's been a while. Maybe I should just keep it on pause and finish everything else.
Yeah.
But then I'm about to start Wings of Starlight. That's a Tinkerbell spinoff.
Yes.
Very excited for that one. That one,
same.
Disney, I think, commissioned an author to write it for them, so it's actually official. I'm very excited. And that's our book club book for my book club. And I'm very excited.
McCayleigh got me a copy too, so I'm excited to read it. I was telling Edgar about it because he remembers watching the movie too when he was younger. He's like, "Oh, that's gonna be cool."
Just revisit your childhood.
I know. And we were listening to Sunrise on the Reaping together in the car one day, and he was like, "You've got to turn this off. It's so interesting now. I want to read it myself." He's like, "I don't remember these characters though." I was like, "You need to reread the trilogy and then read it over the summer. We could talk about it then." Because I started going on like a ramble of things that happened. He was like, chill, because I want to read it now.
Oh,
so
he's like, don't spoil it
good
for me.
Yes.
Wow, yeah, I need to get into it. But did you find your book count for the year so far?
This is crazy. Like, I have read 33 books this year. I don't know how.
Remember your New Year's resolution, Haley. It was, I will not read as many as I did last year. And you are surpassing the halfway point.
I have no idea how.
My gosh.
I think just because I work so much and all I do at work is just read and I listen to my books, that helps a lot. That's crazy. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Well, that's incredible. So, guys, we will be playing a game show today, as stated in our intro, and we are very excited to get started. So, play along with us. If you think you know it, send us a comment, send us a message. Do it all. Do all the things. All right.
I'm so nervous.
So, Haley, our first segment for our little game show is Where Did the Quote Come From? So now for our Fearless and Haley's birthday episode, we kind of touched on this a little bit. So pretty similar. Everything should just be about the same. So I'm just going to give Haley a quote, and you are going to guess what book it's from. Try to be very specific, okay? All right. So this first quote is, "Don't let the hard days win." I know, pretty vague.
I've heard this. No, I've heard it before. Is it not Throne of Glass?
Mm-mm.
I've heard this before so many times. It's all over Book Talk. Fourth Wing? Akatar? A Quarter Wings in Ruin? Or Silver Flames? Those would be my two guesses.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Which book is it? Akatar? Just normal Akatar?
No.
What's that? Oh, Mr.
Yes, the most popular one, of course. Yes, it is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah
my
J.
god.
Maas.
I went through so many series.
Time.
I did so many series just to get to that. Oh my god.
It is like eye level with you. Right now, I'm staring at you. It is at your eye level as soon as you turn around. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Book people don't come for me. I'm sorry.
We go through a lot of books, so there's a lot up
in
here. It's hard to sort through. I'm scared.
You're an absolutely stunning, murderous little creature.
Is it Butcher and Blackbird?
No. You've recently read this series. So that'll help you.
Is it From Blood and Ash?
Yes!
Yay!
Ding, 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 ding!
That was easy. Thanks for the hint.
I know. I was like, let me give you a hint.
Yay! Okay. So here we go. Hope is the only thing stronger than fear.
Kaylee, what the?
I know.
What?
You also just recently read this.
What have I recently read? Fearless?
Mm-mm.
The Hunger Games?
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
I have the series over here because I haven't put up my other bookshelf, so I'm looking at it like, what have I recently read? Okay, McCayleigh's last quote is, well, I'd been thinking if you had died, you'd have been welcome to share my toilet.
Freak.
You have read this book this year.
Is it House of Flame and Shadow?
No. You read it this year.
Don't tell me.
Do you want me to say it again?
Sure, I think I got it, but
Do you? What is it?
no. I think I already. I think I already. I don't know. Just tell me again.
Oh, well, I'd just been thinking if you had died, you'd have been welcome to share my toilet.
I feel like I gotta go through my Goodreads. Is
You
it
read it this year.
Fearless?
No.
I didn't think.
No.
Is it Chamber of Secrets?
Oh, it is. I tried to I was looking at the Harry Potter quotes and I was like, yeah, she just read this one. That's in the movies too. I think she'll get that.
Dude, that was hard. I almost didn't get that one. Woo! Woo! Okay. All right. Our next segment, guys, is Guess the Book from Emojis. My first one for you is this, and it's an ocean wave, a bow and arrow, a mountain, fire, and a crown.
Empire Storms, Throne of Glass series. That has water.
You're pretty close.
Am I? It's in Throne of Glass series?
Huh?
What else do they do? Tower of Dawn, Kale goes across the ocean. What else is an ocean? Let me see the emojis again. Okay. Ocean, bow and arrow, mountain, fire, crown. Kingdom of Ash?
Yes!
Yay!
I knew you could do it.
Thank you. Okay. My emojis for McCayleigh. There's a mountain, a knife, and a worm.
Under the Mountain in Akatar.
Akatar! Yes!
Good. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
So for the next one, we've got a lightning bolt, a warlock, a castle, and a snake.
Harry Potter.
I think it is too.
Ah! Oh my gosh.
Wow, this is
This
so
one-
challenging.
This one might be hard.
Oh god.
Okay. It is a ticket, a horse on a carousel, and a little circus tent.
Caraval!
Yes!
Wow.
You're like, that wasn't hard.
I love it! Yay! That was fun.
Yay.
Okay. Wow, we're flying through this.
Okay. Our next one is Bookish Would You Rather. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to pose just any sort of fictional dilemmas and see would you rather do one or the other. And I'll go for McCayleigh first. Sorry. Okay. Here's one that I have. Would you rather have a perfect movie adaptation of your favorite book or get one more sequel to your favorite book? So would you rather have a perfect movie or just an extra book at the end of your favorite book?
An extra book.
Yeah. I think that's what
I'm
I do
pretty
too.
easy to please in terms of movies.
Mhm.
So I'm not that picky on oh, they didn't get this detail right. So I think I'd be very happy with a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would you rather have your memories erased like Hermione's parents or relive every moment of Amarantha's Under the Mountain?
I feel like I would rather have my memories erased because I would be able to reread certain books. I could reread Harry Potter for the first time, and I could reread Throne of Glass for the first time.
Wow.
I get to meet Edgar again for the first time. So
That's
cute.
so cute. Aw, okay, well, you made that into a very good dilemma.
What would you do for that one?
Yeah, I'd probably do the same, but then I think, well, I know I couldn't defeat the worm, but I know I'd be able to read the chart to stop the thing
Oh
from
my
crushing
God.
Lucian, whatever his name is. But then I'd have to die, I'm sure, like she did, if it were the same scenario. I'm like, I don't know about that. I'd probably, ignorance is bliss, right? So, yeah, I will have my mind erased, my memories erased.
Okay. Would you rather live in the magical world of Harry Potter, but you have no powers, or be a main character in Throne of Glass, but you're a villain from the start with no redemption arc?
So I would just be the bad guy the whole time?
Yeah, you couldn't ever be good, ever. And in Harry Potter, you'd still be, in, the magical world of Harry Potter, but you just don't have any powers.
I would be
It's
a
called
muggle.
a squib. It's called a squib, You're not there yet. But it's like whenever two magical parents have kids together and their child's born without powers, it's called a squib.
That sucks.
I know. It's sad.
Well, maybe if I am a squib, then years down the road there will be a surgery that hasn't existed yet, and it'll just like give me powers. So I'm gonna put my money on that one. I don't want to be the bad guy because I'm probably gonna die at the end. That's how the stories go.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I agree.
I'll be a squib.
Squib. Squibs. We'll be squibs.
Yes, we'll be squibs together. So at least we won't be miserable alone. There's that. So
Yeah.
all right. So would you rather bond with Rhysand but never see him again, or marry Tamlin and never know anything different?
My gosh. Resand. Because then it's like I have the ability to do whatever I want, and I don't have no man telling me I can't do something.
I think I'd be sad the whole time after bonding. So then I feel like, again, ignorance is bliss. So I think I'd marry Tamlin and just never know any different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So now we are going into Name That Book. So we're just going to give a one-sentence description about the book. Very kind of vague. So we have to make our guesses based on that. So are you ready, Haley?
Yes.
Okay, I hope this is a good one. A woman burns worlds to avenge her sister and finds her match in a winged warrior.
Akatar.
Uh-huh. Do you know which book?
To avenge her sister?
Mm-hmm.
Silver Flames?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Here's mine. A bunch of shady people fight over an uncomfortable chair while dragons, ice zombies, and terrible life choices ruin everyone's plans.
Game of Thrones?
Yes.
I've never... That's so casual.
I've never read the series, so when I did that, I was like, I hope that's right.
Yeah. At least the TV show, that's correct. I only read the first book, but I mean, it's like copy-paste. And then I don't think it actually starts being different than the books until like season 7 of the TV show because they had to end it. The books aren't over.
Yeah.
There's
They had to
probably
make an
never going to be
ending.
an ending.
Yeah.
So, anyways, a girl with no magic fakes her way through deadly trials and falls for her captor. Oh, I
think
wonder.
that's powerless.
Well, you did good. Good job.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay, my last one. A deadly assassin gets dragged into a royal Hunger Games.
Throne of Glass.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. I feel like we've not read that many books. Like, we just reuse the popular ones every time.
And we didn't talk about this beforehand, so it's like we're just picking the same ones. It's okay.
Our lives.
Oh my
literally. Okay. So, you want to lead into the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the next one that we're playing is Trope or Nope. How this one is gonna work is one of us is gonna say a trope, and the other one has to say trope if they like it or nope if they hate it, and explain why. So, McCayleigh, what about the amnesia trope?
Like amnesia being she loves a guy and then wakes up with amnesia and forgets him and then has to like relearn to love him.
Yeah.
I think it's cute. So trope. I'll say a trope, yeah. I think it's cute for like rom-coms and things. Like those feel-good movies. Not so much. I wouldn't put it in like a fantasy novel, I don't think. But
it's in Once Upon a Broken Heart. You've read that, haven't you?
yeah, it is.
That's
isn't
in
it?
there. And I didn't like it.
I'm trying to remember. Is it the girl who has amnesia?
In Once Upon a Broken Heart?
Yeah.
In the very last book, after she gets like bitten by that vampire and basically dies, and she like redoes it over and over.
Yes.
She like in the last book she wakes up with amnesia and then it like
Dang.
recovers over the time.
Yeah, I forgot
It's been
that.
so long since I read that book, so I think that's what happened.
That did repeat. I remember her going and going. Dang. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, trope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Haley, I feel like I already knew your answers when I was doing all of this. So then I was like, wait, let me redo everything. Oh, trope or nope. Possessive alpha males who say you're mine.
Kaylee, you know me so well.
I know.
Trope. I love that. I will never get tired of that. It will always be for me. 10 out of 10. No, nothing bad about it. Nothing to say.
Good.
Yes. Okay, my last one for you is the fake betrayal trope. So like he betrays her, and she's like, oh, so heartbroken about it.
God, this is a trope in a book I just read. And it made me angry.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say nope. But I'll say nope. Even though there's usually a good reason for fake betrayal, and it's probably saving someone's life by doing,
Yeah.
at least in this book that I just read. Yeah. It does make me mad. It makes me like want to hate the person who's doing the fake betrayal. But yeah,
But then you're like, oh, well, they want to help them.
I guess so. But I don't know. I'm still gonna hold it against you forever.
Yeah.
My brain is just wired that way. Okay, so enemies with benefits.
Yeah, trope. That's fine. Hopefully it's like enemies to lovers, where they become lovers at the end. But
Hopefully.
yeah, I mean, yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, trope for me. I still like that.
Good.
Yay!
Yay! All right. So now our next segment is this or that fictional edition. So we're gonna give you two options, and you have to choose one. You can only have one. The other is going in the trash. You ready, Haley?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rhysand's wingspan or Dorian's magic hands?
Dorian's magic hands all the way. Dorian is my guy. I love Dorian.
We love Dorian. I already knew. There was like so many options between Dorian and this person or Dorian and this person. I'm like, just gonna choose Dorian every time.
Yeah. I didn't do characters, so I'm like, I wonder if I should have done characters. I'll stick with what I got. A first edition or a signed copy of a book? Which would you want?
A first edition, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what, can I go get it signed later?
Exactly, right?
I don't know. But if never, then I'd still go with the first edition.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. Yay. All right. Forced proximity or forbidden love?
Forced proximity.
Okay.
But I don't want to get rid of love. But forced proximity, I think I like whenever people are together, but they angstily don't want to, but they at the same time want to be with one another.
It builds tension. Love it. Love it. I think I'd choose the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Romeo and Juliet. Just covered that one. Totally forbidden love.
Okay, my last this or that. Multiple point of views or just one point of view?
I like one point of view. And I think that's because I listen all the time. So if a guy's voice is about to do the girl's voice, that like really turns me off and gives me like the ick. Yes. Yeah. So for that reason, just because I listen to my books, if I were to just read them, then I would say probably multiple point of view. Mm-hmm. But I absolutely hate also if it's the same scene in the other character's point of view. I'm like, girl, I already know what happened. I don't want to see it anymore. So one point of view is probably safe for me. Would you? Okay. Would you choose?
I would.
Otherwise,
I like knowing what everyone thinks. So I think I'd do multiple. I need to know where everyone stands on certain things, so.
Wow.
And, like, in romance books, especially, like, I love to get, like, the man's point of view, just to, like, see what he's thinking.
Right.
So I like that.
Yeah, I get it.
For our final game, we are doing Finish the Line. We're going to start off a quote, and then before we end it, we're going to ask the other to finish it. And then name the book. This is gonna be hard.
This is gonna be so
I was like,
hard.
I spent most of my time looking for quotes, and I was like, this is gonna be tricky. Like, I can't get this. Like,
oh my god.
Okay, here's my first one for McCayleigh. You could rattle the stars. How does it end?
I know what the quote is, and I know it's from Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
It's not right. I'm like, and your
so
dreams
hard.
will be answered, but that's like combining Akatar and Throne of Glass now. I'm like, you could rattle the stars. I just gave you this quote in your birthday episode. Like in your birthday episode when we recorded it. I gave it to you and I read it out loud to you. And now I can't for the life of me get it. You could rattle the stars. When you say it, I'm going to hate myself.
Oh no.
I'm going to be angry and then I'm never going to forget the quote ever again. You could rattle the stars. My brain does not stop telling me and your dreams will be answered. And I know that's not it. You could rattle. Okay, just tell me.
You could rattle the stars. You could do anything if only you dared.
If only you dared, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, I did not get that one.
Well, this is hard. I'm nervous for mine.
Okay, I think. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, anyway, I won't scare you. Okay.
Okay.
You bow to no one. Dot, dot, dot.
I have no idea. It's from. You could bow to no one. That could be a million books that I have in
Okay.
here.
It's A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Like the first book.
Yes.
You bow to no one. I wonder who's saying it. I have no idea. What is it?
You bow to no one but me.
Who says that?
I think it's Rhysand
Really?
when he's facing off with
At the
Tamlin.
end.
I think
Okay.
I think they're in the kitchen scene, the dining room scene. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
because he forces Tamlin to bow and hit like Lucian and Tamlin in order for him to be like, I won't take your
Yeah.
girl away.
That was hard.
I know, this is difficult.
Okay. My last one for McCayleigh. We all bear scars. Mine just happened to be more ...
Visible than others.
You are really close.
We all bear scars. Mine just happened to be.
You were so close. Like, you were just off by one word.
Mine just happened to be more visible than others. Mine just happened to be more obvious than others. Mine just happened to be more obvious than yours.
Your first one was, like, crazy close. Like,
What did I say?
the only thing that you got wrong was the very last
Okay,
word.
okay. Mine just happened to be more visible than yours.
No.
Mine just happened to be more visible than his.
No. Than most.
Ah!
You were so close. That was crazy.
Oh my god. Well, that one just kind of like flowed. Like, what else are you gonna say, my guy? Like, oh my god. I don't even. What book is that from? I don't even.
Throne of Glass.
Okay.
The first one.
Okay. Man.
Yeah.
All right. So my last one for Haley is. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay.
Man.
We live in the gaps.
Gaps.
We live in the.
Is that is that Powerless?
Mm-mm. You just read it though. Kind of. Like
You
maybe
didn't?
last month.
What did I read last month? I don't even know what I read last month. Let me look at my Goodreads.
I think it was last month. If not, it was the start of this one. Do you just want me to tell you what book it's from?
Yeah, what
Okay,
book is it from?
it's from The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay. I still don't know. We live in the gaps. What's the
We
end?
we live in the gaps between the stories.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that
would
was
have
it.
never gotten that ever.
That segment was hard. Okay.
That was crazy.
Wow. Well, safe to say, I think we tied. We both botched that one.
You need a quote for the one you did at the end. Quote for McKayleigh for that one. Because, dude, you were so close.
I still didn't get it. I wasn't quite there. I didn't even know what book it came from. If it hadn't have been that quote, I would have never gotten it, just because that sentence just seemed to make sense for whatever reason.
Well, guys, that's a wrap on today's episode of Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. We hope that you enjoyed listening to our Bookish game show. We would love to hear your thoughts about this episode, so send us a message or comment on our socials.
Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting us. If you're interested in being a guest on our podcast, go ahead and check out our Instagram or Facebook page at Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. There's a sign-up form in our Linktree, and from our Linktree, you can also visit our website, sign up for our email newsletter, and check out our merch.
You can follow me on Instagram. It's at Haley's.books.
And you can follow me on Instagram at McCayleigh Daniels.
Join us for our next episode. We are going to be joined by a special guest. So excited, can't wait.
And you can expect a podcast episode from us every Thursday. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.